Okay. So now I should be live and my microphone should be working properly. Let's see that. I should be live and my microphone let's see that. Okay. So now I should be live and my microphone should be working properly. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can balance out the desktop audio. Okay, so this is a test 1 2 3. That's not bad. Cut it down even more. Okay. So we can finally start. Print words vertically. Let's see what's up with that. Actually, I read this question previously and I didn't understand the spaces thing here. So I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to explain this very poorly explained question. What's going on with the spaces here? I don't understand what's being asked. Okay. That's to rearrange the horizontal words of the sentence to vertical columns. I understood that. Transposing, I understood that. To be or not to be. To be or not to be. That makes a lot of sense. Read down each column and collect the characters. To be. Wait a sec. Don't keep trailing spaces, but in spaces the word didn't have that character in the column. If a shorter word doesn't have a character, well, that's also the space. So this column 2 has 3 leading spaces. Yes. Three spaces down. Okay, I see. But then let's see if we can visualize that. Sorry. So it's gonna take some work to put this up. Give me a second. We'll see what I'm drawing in a bit. So can I get it right? SCRCP? Yeah. Should I drop my S pen? Okay, allow debugging. Nice. So we got that. Let's see if we can do this. So the input is contest is coming. Contest is coming. Right? My awful handwriting. There's two spaces there. What I would do is contest space is, but wait, the space that separates a word is not a leading space, right? What does that even matter? Of course it matters. One sec. Contest is COMING space. So that would make it into CIC OSO. So we're going correct so far. And space T space I E space N S space G S space G and then T, just T without a space. Oh, okay, I'll see what happens there. Hopefully my internet is good enough. Anyway, so that's super simple. I mean, at least the brute force is. So I'll put that here for a moment. Okay. Maybe what we can do is what I realize here, the longest word determines how many words you will have, how many strings you will have in your result. So you see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Hi Hazim, I do not understand what that means. Bro, I don't know Arabic. My internet is so slow I can't even Google what it means. So slow. Hi, bro. Peace be upon you too. Thank you. No roadmap. Actually, I did follow a roadmap, and I'm gonna shout out to this guy. What's his name? Leetcode. Oh, Leetcode was hard until I learned these 15 patterns. This guy's a G. So just check that video. That guy solved like 1,000 Leetcode problems or something. Leetcode was hard until I learned these 15. It was hard until I learned these 15 patterns. You know, guys, I'm not that professional, I would say, yet. I'm not. I'm gonna show you the profile. I don't know why it's not logged in. I mean, like, I haven't been lead coding for like years or something. I actually started coding when I was 12 years old. So I have a lot of coding knowledge. I'm a good software engineer, but I haven't been specifically lead coding for a long time. You know, so I think this is my 97th submission or something. 96 problems I solved. So nothing in the thousands or anything like that. But I would like to keep it going. It feels nice. But I'm used to these problems because I was basically solving LeetCode-like problems when I was 13 in C. What's your main area of expertise? My main area of expertise is software engineering. I'm a very much a generalist person. I do a lot of things. So, I mean, currently I am professionally a backend engineer, but I'm looking for other stuff as well. I'm developing AI agents. I will also make streams about AI agents. So basically I'm developing AI agents, reinforcement learning agents that play video games. And I already have 2 repos on that. One of them is still in development. I'm gonna post videos about this, but I just enjoy solving hard problems across any industry. I work with embedded systems, video game development. I've worked for like 3 years as a full stack and backend engineer, like professionally, but other than that, I've done so many different things. So yeah, and I love C++, so I'd like to do something with C++, something huge. Chad, thanks bro. How do you improve logic? Yeah, Shivam, definitely. LeetCode is, I wouldn't say software engineering is like that, but LeetCode is. I think to be a good software engineer, you cannot just crank it up and just do things without giving it much thought. You gotta really dig in deep and understand things. But LeetCode is not like that. In LeetCode, it's like lifting weights. You just have to do it mindlessly for a long time to just memorize all the patterns. I mean, I'm saying if you want to be competitive at it, but of course you can enjoy them still and try to learn and dig in deep, but that's not like the most practical approach. The most practical approach is just going in, solving like hundreds of them, and but don't get me wrong, it's gonna make you a better engineer. I think LeetCode makes you a better engineer. It's just takes a lot of grind work. Yeah, so here I think the longest word determines the length of your output array. So that's my first observation. I know you can solve this easily by constructing a 2D matrix and then transposing it. Like that's the brute force solution. In fact, this is what I advise to everybody, including myself. I always jump to trying to find the optimal solution, which is not the right thing to do. You should first write up the brute force solution, and then the optimal solution will come to you anyway, because you will just try to optimize the brute force solution. So I will write the brute force solution, even though not the brute force solution, but it requires ON squared space. So like whatever. I'm gonna do char. How to ace the essay? I solved currently. Holy, bro, you solved like 6 times more questions than I did. I should be asking you. What the hell? 600 questions? That's crazy. Stop Leetcoding if you solved 600. Look at this. Shit. Ah, here. $600 is crazy. Unless you will go to competitions and just do like, what was it called? Code golf or something? Just for fun. Competitive programming. Other than that, there's no need to solve. Like 600 is like, 600 is my goal. Not even 600. Like at 300 I'll probably stop. Or I'll just do it for fun. But I think over 300 you shouldn't. What are you preparing for? 600, that's crazy. I think there's a bit of a delay as well in the stream. Anyway. So bro, I'm tired. No, they don't. I don't think they do. I think even Google and Microsoft, they wouldn't ask you, unless you're applying for senior or some principal role, they're gonna ask you enough, like you've solved enough for what they're gonna ask you. 600. If you, I don't know if you watched it, but if you go and watch and hear stories from people who landed jobs at Fang, 99% of them solved less than 600. 600 is like really high. I don't think you should be focusing on that. I think you should be focusing on improving yourself as an engineer. I don't know, go study Linux operating systems, networking, you know, low-level stuff, systems design. Go make some personal projects. That's way better than, like 600 is too much. It's good, but it's enough. For any kind of company, it doesn't matter which company you're targeting. Because nobody is gonna care about Leetcode that much. You're gonna pass the question and then you're gonna have 3 more rounds, which you should now be focusing on. So yeah, let's call this matrix for actually I'm gonna but I don't actually know how many let's just do this for now. Wait, I need to see that for a sec. this thing as a bug. Okay, I understand this example, but to be or not to be, let's go with this. S to be, oh wait, I'm not showing it to you. Or not to be, which means we will have three currently working in the Maynooth University. Yeah, as a software engineer. I work on research projects, but I'm not a researcher. I mean, I'm not working actively on research. I work as a software engineer with a research group with researchers. So you can check out my LinkedIn. There's like, you know, like what I've worked on and things like that. But my GitHub is more impressive. That's where I write my code on my personal projects, stuff like that. Okay, so this is T B. Wait, 2 B or not. That means everything is like this. 2 B. Okay. So that's T B O N T B, right? That's correct. O E R O O E. And then 3 spaces T. That's correct anyway. Yeah. So contest is coming. I wouldn't do it this way because longest word, right? This is just the first thing that comes across my mind. Sorry, this was actually can even just do this. C equals this, right? Sorry. But I'm in C++. If it's this, then longest word. Oh, and then I have to have word length 0. Yeah, but I don't need that if I use 4 here. I mean, if I use a buffer 4. Remove that cursor. That's word length anyway. Longest word length equals std max of longest word length I plus 1, right? Actually, it's not even I plus 1, it's just I. So that's that. And then here goes that. That's like... Yeah, that's not true actually. And then there is at least one word always. So I think I can do that. Let's see how that goes. Because this is the last and the first word actually. So let's see how that goes. So this is actually word count. And then std vector. Hey bro. Short spree. Who's short spree? Hi bro. Okay. So this is char, and then I just want to do this longest word length, and then here this, yeah. So we got that. And now I just go through that. I mean, you know, it's like that. And then this is like the worst possible solution, but that's what you should go with always. I'm also talking, so I'm pretty slow, but whatever. So now this is what I'm doing here. Now I've constructed this basically, right? So that's what I've constructed. Now I'm going through TBO and TB. Yeah, well, that's the funny part. This is actually J. And this is actually I. because we are iterating in that order, you know? So we are actually going boom, 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 and then the next one, and then the next one. So we're not doing it as you would normally traverse a 2D array. And then here, this is just an awful solution, yeah. Vector string results. Your results will also have longest word length. Amount of things. And each word because it's a transpose now, it's actually word count, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yep. This type of stuff. I'm literally just transposing the thing here. Okay. Nobody's talking about music. The music is perfect, isn't it? Result of I. What am I doing here now? Yeah. Is basically matrix of something like this, I think. Right? And then return. Because J here is these guys and I is these guys. When J is 0, so I gotta say like the first word, because J doesn't move here and the I the moves. I will be actually the horizontal thing. That's I. And here I is this. Basically. All right. That's shit. How are you? The output is hopefully sad. I just realized that's very important. but still. Nick Danella. Ah, I'm glad you asked that question, Nick. So I started learning C++ when I was 13 years old, and there's this group on Stack Overflow. Many people don't know is there's Stack Overflow chats. I'm gonna tie this into that question of yours. There's Stack Overflow chat rooms. Almost nobody uses them. There's like 15 people in there. It's always the same people. Anyway, when I was like 13, I used to go in there and just treat those people like my tutors. I used to ask questions day and night. And they were very helpful, but they were extremely geeky people. Not in a bad way, but they were obsessed with C++. They knew everything. And if you write just something not perfectly, they would lynch you for it. So they would say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And everything needs to be clean, perfect. And one of the things is STD. Never use using namespace STD. So from a pure C++ist like perspective, you are not supposed to use it, and there's good reasons for it, because when you just write string, I'm just explaining where the habit comes from, but what's the reasoning behind it is I already have this habit, so I will never write this because I just feel bad, you know, it hurts me because they taught me this way. But the reasoning behind it is string, like that could be in 100 different namespaces. So you're being ambiguous here. You could have your own class or function or whatever, or a type define as string. So you should always be explicit and prefix it. And I think it looks more beautiful too, because I know that's from STD. I don't need to think which library is it from, what is this. So I think your code is better as well, it's more readable. Or if there's someone who's reading it who's not from a C++ background, he's like, okay, this is from the standard library. So I never use using this. I hate that. Now coming back to the problem. Oh, and let me show you that chat. I probably have it saved. Chat Stack Overflow. Yep. I don't know why Python is saved. I don't care about Python. Rooms. Right. There's a guy called. I remember a few guys who helped me. There was Millennium Bug. He was called. So you write C++ here. Maybe it's even closed by now. Oh, no, here it is. So there was Lunch C++. Apparently they closed the other room. There was another room. Yeah, this one. So you'll see guys here. Mgets, yeah. Mgets helped me a lot. Don't know this guy. Anyway, these are the guys that taught me that. And there's a lot of stuff here happening, but load to my last message. Transcript. See? Yeah, look at this. So these guys, like, and look at this. When was this? April 2021, the last time I talked with them. So that's 4 years ago. But my, like, all this message dates back God knows when. Probably like oh, and this guy's a beast. Say hey. He's a contributor to Boost library or something. I don't know, but anyway. Oh, NWP, I talk with him a lot. Jerry Coffin, definitely. Anyway, these guys, so these are very useful rooms actually, and they're the ones who whom I learned that from. So yeah, that's the first day of 2010 is too much. That's the first days of that whole thing. I don't think no, mine was probably 2014 or something, 2015, 14, when I was like 13 years old, 12 years old. Back then I was learning C++. Anyway, that we've gone off topic. Oh yeah. Sheesh. So, I think these accounts are wrong here for some reason. I'm gonna have to debug this. Oh, don't want to do that. Probably gonna open a new tab. Yep, it's fine. So this is my GitHub repo where I add all my 1324. How? Look, I am filling it. I mean, I'm probably not filling it because of these counts. I think the counts are they're somehow off. I don't know why they would be off. I'm just gonna do this real quick. How are you? What's the name of the function? Print vertically. Oh, never mind. The one named metric. No, the matrix one is the one that I'm using to fill the result one. I think it's all gonna make sense in a little bit. I actually got off track talking, but I'm gonna solve this question so we can move to another one. Just give me a second. I know. So this is solution s std string. I think everybody's a bit tired. It's night everywhere, probably except in US. Inputs. I'll just call this. How are you? Inputs. That should work, right? Okay, great. Doesn't print anything. Oh, actually, that's not supposed to print anything. Equal result for yeah, I have to do this just to see the result. That's a little shitty, I'll have to admit. It is what it is, right? Thank you, man. Thank you. 2:30 a.m. You're 3 hours ahead. So you're not in Europe. You're not in Middle East, because Middle East is 2 hours ahead. Where are you? I'm in Ireland. India? Maybe? No? Georgia. Ah, okay. Yeah, India is too far off. Nice. I want to go to Georgia. It's a nice country. You guys got good food. I tried Georgian food once. And you use a lot of garlic, man. It's not okay. It's tasty, but it's not okay. I tried a garlic chicken. It was chicken garlic. Writing a print function is harder than solving the problem. Okay. Good. Perfect. Now I can debug. The best debugging tool on the face of the planet. Shmeruli. Shmeruli. Let's see if that's that. So Shmeruli. Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, but there was more garlic. Like it was just maybe like this one. Yeah, that's the food, by the way. But like this one, and all of the sauce is just basically garlic. Yeah, exactly. It was awesome, but I've never tasted anything that strong, like that much garlic. Yeah, this one. How can you hate garlic as a Georgian? Okay. So this is the best tool for debugging. B print vertically R. Yes. Boom, boom, boom. I. Okay, so the longest word. What the fuck? No fucking way. Yeah, no, but it still doesn't work. Oh. What the fuck? Okay, that's fine. It's just empty, as we've seen before. So let's figure out why it's empty. Finally, we're there. This all seems to work pretty fine. Like U21, right? U means until, so it runs the code until that point. longest word. Longest word is in fact not 4 characters. That's wrong. Longest word is 3 characters. So that's wrong, but that's not the problem. Problem is, oh wait, my god. Oh my god. I don't fill in the matrix at all. Fuck. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm tired. I should solve Leetcode in the morning. I'm planning to stream on weekends mornings. But yeah, this is embarrassing. Okay. Let me see what I was even thinking. What the hell is this? No, I was hallucinating. Yeah. I don't even feel the thing. That's crazy. I'm trying to write like brute force solution, but there is no even need to do that because like it's very obvious what's gonna happen here. Like, okay, I'll do it. I'm basically doing an operation twice for no reason. Like I can just fill in the result here, but let's do this methodically. So something like this, right? I don't even know, but yeah, something like this. I don't even want to run it. I think this will work, but anyway, I'm gonna fix this shit. Basically, this is just result, and then I can put this here. It's fine. I'm just doing it just for fun, taking it slowly. Oh, right. Sorry. Why am I changing the code in 2 places? Okay. Segmentation fault. I knew it. Fuck. Okay, I need to lock in. No more Georgian food talk. Wait. Of course it's... What the fuck am I doing? Okay, I'm not gonna go with the... Fuck that. Doesn't really make sense. Yeah, fuck that too. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna try to solve it. Look, this is just gonna be 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's just pushback, right? And then same for this one. Like, I'll just do this. For now. Okay, let me lock the fuck in. This is just temporary solution. Spent too stupid easy question. Again, same bug. Boom, boom. So, back my code. Okay. I just go through the array. So I go through contest is coming, right? Maybe I can put this somehow next to each other. If I do this, no, I need to do that, this. Okay. And go through the array, check whether that can count the word once, because there's always one less space. There's always going to be at least one word. Last word I is the beginning of the word and then the end. So basically, imagine this is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 10, 10 minus 8, that's 2, gives you the is word. You do 10 minus 8, that's 0, 1, 2. That's fine. Word count. Count. And that's my J, no? This is my J. So it's C. Last word I is 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should never be leading spaces. Enough of this. Okay, we'll get rid of the leading spaces, that's fine. Just want to see what this gives. Don't tell me it doesn't have this constructor. Fucking kidding me, man. Today's just not a good day for Leetcode. Okay. Bro, what am I doing, man? It's crazy. Crazy stuff. Hey, Oro view. That's correct. Except there's a new line at the end of each. Why the fuck? Why is there a new line? That's crazy. I don't see why there would be a new line at the end. Is that a new line? Actually, probably the best is if I just see what the actual output is for myself. Can't be a new line, right? I'll just stop the music. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, anyway, this is a stupid idea. I think that's the whole problem anyway. Yeah, definitely. Because that's the constraint. But actually that's gonna be longest word. Yeah, so I can resize the vector. I don't like that, but longest word. Now, I don't, honestly, I don't know how that works. Damn, bro, you're still watching. You gotta watch me on the weekend when I'm not tired. Resize. Wow. Surprisingly simple. for C++. I might be overcomplicating things here, you know. I think that's what I'm doing here. I'm overcomplicating stuff here. The only problem is you're gonna miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the leading is not a problem, but this is problem. So when you have a longer word than the others, you're gonna have, so when you're going through here, why did my music stop? Internet is shit. So when you're doing that, the problem here is the thing that you use is J. I mean, you're just gonna go through the array. Not to be. This is so stupid. Anyway, let's just look at this. Fucking fucks, bro. What the fuck? I'm gonna go to sleep soon. Have to hold this first though. Probably has pushback, right? Oh, my internet is fucking shit. Has pushback. So what's the problem? Yeah, I understand. I literally thought I'm gonna solve this in like 10 minutes. Which I should be able to, but yeah, that was exactly my plan, and then I just got annoyed that it's taking me so long to solve it. That's what I wanted to do actually. That's the solution, 100%. Let me just try to do it the right way immediately, and then oh fuck. This is the right way actually, because I'm transposing it. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so nice. That will work actually. It's really nice. Okay. Hey, auto view. Finally. And then 2, 4. Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Like, just fucking. It's very simple. I get into this paradox of trying to do things perfectly when I know what's the easiest solution. Longest word length, I've kept this 10 times now. Yes, I'm going to do this twice. Oh, actually, I'll just resize. Never mind, fuck it. Yes, CD max. Fucking. Yes. Resize the fucking thing. This is still not the solution because I'll have the problems with the spaces. But I know this at least. Please tell me I don't get some problems here. Oh, no, this goes earlier than that. Oh. Please test 1 should pass here. Finally. Okay, and then I'll have problems with spaces. To be or not to be. Yeah. So that's basically Yeah. No. Just let me try something here. Yeah, this is a stupid part. Such a stupid question. Okay. Okay. Wait, now I have this. So I can say confidently. Man, let me just solve this and then I'll give you tips. I've been way too long solving this stupid problem. But, yeah. It's a good start. Doesn't matter where or what you do. What matters is that you start now, not 1 hour later, not tomorrow, not 1 month ago. Sorry, not 1 month later, but now. How much should I study? Depends on your goals. I think above 300-400 problems, there's no need to solve more. Anyways. Right. So no need for this no more. I'll call this J, because I like that more. J0. Alright. I think I'm finally getting it, Nick. Yeah, that's good. That's also like what matters. Don't be like, I'm gonna do this 10 hours a day for the next 1 month. No, just do it 1 hour a day for a year. That works better. Okay, that's a good idea. Thank you for your belief in me and the motivation. And yes, C++ is, in my opinion, better for this type of stuff. And how deep do I get into topics? Just enough to be able to solve 300 questions on Leetcode. I think you'll become advanced at that point. Like, you need to be able to look at them and things like that. Yeah, I'm back to square one. Back to square one. This is what I wanted to do all along. Like, this is the ugliest solution, but at least I got that one. Finally. This is gonna work. Crazy shit. Got like that's O of n, O of n, 1 squared. Actually, now I'm pretty sure I can calculate something else. So if I'm at a word like yeah, I agree with Nick. I'm just thinking if there's a better way than doing that, but this is some crazy stuff. Trim something. Sorry, it's like trim. My internet is absolute shit. It's actually sad. Oh, that's great. Can't believe that. The problem is when I'm doing a solution like this, I know I'm doing it for, like, I know some asshole's gonna have like a 3-liner answer. That's why it's demotivating me. But yeah, it is what it is. Not using that shit. Why would I even do that? I don't even know. Whatever. Does it even matter? Does it even matter? Nah, I'm just ranting. It's fine. No, sometimes, actually a lot of times I find the optimal code that's in the solutions. Just not today. That's so wrong. This needs to be I. Wait a sec. Right. Is this not passed by reference? It is. Am I not doing a reference here? I am. What seems to be the problem? Fucking final. Do rotated arrays. I spent like 16 hours trying to solve that question. But don't look at other solutions. I mean, I solved it in 15 seconds with the easy. But then the hard way, it took me like 10 hours to solve. Rotated arrays, yeah. It's a nasty problem for beginners. When maybe 2 years ago, I was trying to solve. B45. Results. I don't seem to understand what's happening here. Technically, okay. I'm confused by that. Wait, the result is IFJ, this is JFI. So that I'm really sleepy. I have one good habit, I don't give up. This is simple. Look, word count is this. This is the result array. No, this is the matrix array. The result array is this. Word count is how many of these. No, word count is the length of this guy. So that's this. And longest word is this, which means copying like this to TO, boom, 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 things like that. You're right. That's a fail. Yeah, because you're right, because now it's gonna fail. Even though it passed all 3 test cases, if I submit, it's gonna fail with one that's longest at the end. for sure. Yep, going is the longest one. It's at the end. So I is technically, this should work, right? No? I'm gonna tidy up this code, I promise. Oh. This is ugly. Don't look at this code. I have to name it like that because I use I below. I can't do that. Fucking internet connection. Really? I'm gonna fix this code, I promise. Oh shit. This is horrible. Joe seems like, yeah, Joe's a cool dude. Hey, I beat 100%. Probably the code beats 0, but yeah. Let's put this shit here. Joe's own editor is something I picked up from another fellow software engineer, which is also a beast, and which I also used to I commented once on his video and he replied, but I used to watch him when I was like 12, 13. He's called Biscuit. Biscuit is a Finnish software engineer. He actually became quite popular, I think, at some point. Thank you guys. So let me just show you this guy, Biscuit. So he uses Joe's editor. Wow, 147,000 subscribers. Like, he used to have very little when I used to watch him. I used to watch him like 10, 12 years ago. Hey, this guy's crazy. He's creating a Doom style 3D engine in C. This type of shit. He's insane. And he's actually creating a terminal emulator here. He's hacking a lot of games. I also did a lot of Arduino as well, by the way. And anyway, he used to use Joe's editor, so that's where I picked that up from. Firefox sucks, bro. Sorry. Firefox shit. Chrome is shit, but Firefox is shit too. Joe Mama. Wait, I have to fix this code now, please. So first of all, surely I can do this in one line. Like, surely I don't need a matrix, right? I'm scared. Try to open just a few minutes. I spent days trying one single try on screen. Those just are insane. You should see Vulkan dudes. Those dudes are insane. OpenGL is nothing. OpenGL is a kid's playground compared to Vulkan. Vulkan is the real deal. That's what Carmack works on these days. Vulkan. Those guys are insane. Opera. Bro, what the fuck? Just use Chrome. Just spend half your RAM on a browser. It's worth the user interface. And also crash every 2 seconds. I'm just too used to it. It's just bias. Surely I can do it here without having to do all that crap. Because I'm just... Look at this. This is completely crazy. Can I not do this? I should be able to do this. There's no way I can, right? Yeah, this is gonna work. Ah, I know Tokyo's Fliss. I know that guy. Yeah, I know that guy. That guy's crazy, bro. That guy's insane. Hey, maybe one day I do some sort of co-stream or some shit. We'll see. I'll do... You know what? If I get... Let me just see how many viewers is worth ruining my health for. If I get stable 100 viewers, right, like 100 people who are coming to my stream and they're watching it and whatnot, I'll do a 10-hour coding stream without breaks. 10 hours of Leetcode, or maybe not just Leetcode, but 10 hours of coding straight. Because because when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, all my life, I did 18 hours coding sessions. So it's not a problem. This should work. Yeah, that's just bullshit. Just my printing doesn't work there. That's why. Pretty sure this is gonna work. Okay, so my code is a bit simpler now. My code is a bit simpler. But you know, you don't need to do this shit, bro. I'm talking to myself here. Because, because One sec. I'm sure I can do this with a single loop. Okay, let me first get rid of the trim. So the problem with the trim is the problem with the thing is you never visit that index. That's the problem. That's literally the problem. That comes from this filling here. So you never actually visit that index. So I mean, I could make peace with this solution, but I don't want to. In the same way, the problem is you can't make these together because when you're copying over, oh, wait a sec. Wait a second. My internet is so shit. It's annoying me. My songs can't load. That's crazy. Oh. Yeah, probably I can just do this. Thank you. See ya. Thank you for watching the stream. I'll be waiting for you on the next one. Probably on Saturday and Sunday. Planning to do it. literally don't need that shit. This is literally just called word length. This is word length. This is int I. Word length and then word length. Weird. Does this... I don't get it. I obviously resized the thing. Does it not work here or something? Seems like it does. Probably fucked something up, but let's see. No, it actually works. I don't know what's wrong with my thing. Yeah. Okay, that's a nicer solution. Now we have two loops, and then let me just rename this to normal I. Okay. It's very difficult to know whether something is a leading space, trailing space, sorry. Actually, it's not at all. What am I talking about? If this, right? Oh, that's great. Oh my god. Okay. My headset's power is off. I don't hear anything now. Anyway, if this is zero, right? That's the point. Hey, bro. Peace be upon you, brother. Just trying to simplify this code. This guy can do this for sure. The thing is, it never happens so that it never happens so that this is 2 and this is 0. That makes a lot of sense. This is index. The longest word is 2. Ah, that's the problem. Yeah, I don't know the longest word. Oh, but that's not the problem. The trailing spaces are the problem. Which resources? ChatGPT and Claude. That's it. You don't need anything else. You just turn on Leetcode. You turn on YouTube, Claude, ChatGPT, whatever LLM is your favorite. You start asking it questions. Don't ask it for solutions, of course. Well, not learn, you understand how to solve a problem. But if you want to learn, like if you don't know anything, it doesn't matter. Look, focusing on which resource and what person, what doesn't matter. Whatever textbook, whatever you want. Just spend enough time with it. Doesn't matter where you learn from. Just the effort you put in. Just try to understand how things work and don't memorize things. That's what I... But it doesn't matter which resource you pick. And yeah, you can learn it with, like, I don't know your experience level, but when I'm learning new things, I learn them almost exclusively with ChatGPT or Claude. I just probe the question. I try to understand what it is. For example, if you're coming back to binary trees, you already knew them before. You can literally recap them in 1 minute. I solved about 100 question, 97, something like that. This is maybe my 98th. Not a lot, but working my way through it. Longest word. Okay, need to come back to this. Oh my god, I see it now. Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know your background. Like, the whole web and full stack and everything is just software engineering. You know, middlewares, microservices, and all this crap. It's just no different than function calls and stuff. Like, it's the basics, it's the fundamentals that matter. That's why big companies ask Leetcode. But of course, Leetcode is a bit different because you have to just solve a lot of questions. Either way, I say focus on fundamentals. I also work in full stack, but I don't really identify myself as a full stack dev or anything like that. It's just software engineer. Like, you know, you can work in any industry, doesn't matter, it's just software engineering. Especially now that there's Claude and ChatGPT, if you know the fundamentals, it will take you 20-30 minutes to learn the specific domain. Well, not 30 minutes, but you know what I mean. Okay, this is a problematic question. You have to do trim, actually. That sucks. That really sucks. I don't want to do that last loop, but I think I have to. It's a linked list, by the way. No, Well, yes, actually. I mean, what I'm trying to say is ask him why do linked lists exist? What's the purpose of a linked list? And then it will tell you what's the purpose. The purpose is that insertion, for example, to if you have a doubly linked list, insertion to n and beginning is O of 1, whereas in arrays insertion to beginning would be O of n, because you have to shift everything. I don't use Copilot or Cursor. I don't use neither one of them. I use Claude Code. I actually don't like any other tool other than Claude. I tried all of them. I don't know, because Cursor and Copilot make you brain dead. You don't even know what's happening. In Claude, there's like everything. He shows what he's changing. I don't like AI touching my code. I think AI is pretty shit. I mean, I don't think I know it's pretty shit, so I have to know what he's doing. I also limit my usage of AI. I mean, I use it for just monkey typing, and I don't type boring stuff. I don't rely on LLMs at all. In fact, most of the time it prompts wrong things and things that don't make sense. But I think Claude is by far the best one for coding. T. Thank you, ProPlay. Why am I solving questions in C++? Because C++ is my favorite language. I've been coding with it for like 12 years, maybe. I don't actually know any other language I use, I'm gonna code with Claude and tools like that. C++ is probably the only language in which I feel comfortable coding from scratch. And I know by heart. I don't like other languages. I just use them because they're popular and there's libraries and stuff. If it was up to me, I'd just use C++ for everything. Yeah, I think this is the best I'm gonna get. I can remove this word count, by the way, by having last I somehow. Okay. What the fuck just happened? did I change? Oh. Yeah. Oh, nice.